The key for me is still content on air. You want to make sure you've got a good radio program. Then I have been keen for probably 18 months or so to be doing more stuff online. We've started that here in the station, and I guess as the manager, I've tried to sort of model that for other people. Hey, it's not such a pain in the backside working with Site Producer and so on once you get used to it. And then it's about flagging stuff through the Facebook page, which can be got up very quickly and responded to very, very quickly. I'm always amazed at how quickly people are onto the Facebook page, how many of our punters, fans, whatever they're called this week, are on it, and they're looking at it straight away. We map, when we're putting links up on stories, we're using Bitly's to just see how many people are following those links. And a minute later, you would have had 10 or 15 people looking at a particular site, which is small numbers, but they're, from a local radio point of view, online, they're a significant number as well.
They certainly are. And tell me, when you first began with the Facebook presence for ABC Gippsland, how many people did you have as members or friends of the site compared to now?
Well, when we started off, we were excited when we got 10 and then 50. And we're just over the 900 mark now.
That's incredible for a regional ABC station.
It is, and we're delighted with that. So we were actually talking about it on air, and Facebook is very different to our online presence through the abc.net portal. It's a slightly more irreverent. We put different content up there, and we can have more fun on there, I think, in a sort of explicit way.
So are you actually creating different content for different platforms on this?
No, we're using a different style of language, I think.
Right,
on
okay.
Facebook.
Take me through, because
yeah.
This is right to the heart of what's happening in this course. So you're planning to do something on air, or something has occurred on air. What happens next?
We will flag it, either that it's coming up or that it's been on, and we will ask for feedback. If it's been on, we will most likely have, if we're putting it on Facebook, we will most likely have put some of that audio on our web page. So one of our presenters, either me or one of the morning team, or indeed one of our news team, will have put some content up on the ABC Gippsland page, and we'll link to that from the Facebook page. And I think the thing about the point of difference is, whilst it's still ABC, it's slightly more, I guess you might say, colloquial and informal on the Facebook page. So we will ask questions, but we'll do it in a different sort of way. It's still, rigid as far as sort of editorial policies are, but it's taken its tie off and relaxed, I suppose you'd say.
I like that. So yeah. in putting that together, what have been some of the really successful campaigns where you've got some response you were then able to turn around, complete the loop, and use on air?
Look, we would do that on most days, I think. Now we would take some content from the Facebook page, most likely through a read for one of our presenters. People are very interested in commenting on sustainability. They're keen at the moment to sort of throw their hands in the air about the political process and the frustration they sort of feel there. They're keen also to get good news. Last week we were posting little links to either stories we'd generated on air and then placed online, or had come to our attention from elsewhere and were on the ABC .net.au site somewhere. Maybe it might have been a news story. We thought, oh, this is interesting. People might be interested to see this. It's a bit different, whatever it was. Maybe it was a bit quirky. And a number of people said, look, this is just lovely to actually get good news stories through this mechanism.
So is everything that's on there, Jez, I mean, everything that you put on, is it a reflection of what's happened locally in terms of content creation, or are you also raising questions and getting sparks happening in your membership fan base by taking national content and localising it?
We're doing that. We're doing that. And for instance, some of that is to orthodox sites, and we try and point people to ABC sites.
Right.
So we might link to a story that Kerry O'Brien has done, or it might be one on the State Line, might be one from the Science Show, whatever it might be.
All right. So look, just wrapping up here, has the need to be part of the social media conversation, has it been a big impost in terms of time, and is it reaping rewards?
No and yes. The quick answers. No, it's take our morning show, 8:30 through to 11. A producer throwing numerous balls up in the air at all one time. They're monitoring the program. They're taking calls. They're getting the next story up. They're checking the email, and they're also doing a bit of Twitter work. But they're also once or twice through a 2.5-hour program putting up a conversation starter around a topic that has been on air that is coming up on air. It is not an onerous task for them in that sense.
So just to give people a sense, how many times is ABC Gippsland posting information on Facebook a day?
Could be anything up to half a dozen times a day.
And then in terms of monitoring reaction?
Whilst we're on air, we'll be monitoring that page will be open, both probably by the presenter and certainly by the producer of the morning show. And if it's the breakfast program, which is a solo operation with no off-air support, the presenter will have the Facebook page open.
So if you're a fan of ABC Gippsland on Facebook, there's a really great chance that during the day, if you post a comment, you'll hear that comment read out on air, if appropriate, during the course of the content you've been commenting on.
Yeah, very much so.
Gerard Callanan, thank you very much.
Well, thank you.